So we're here today at KMG Power Sports picking up the newest member of the channel. This is the RPS Cross Country 300. Don't go nowhere. Welcome back to Dual Sport YT. So today we have something completely different. So in our quest to try to figure out what to get the wife, I ran across this bike. It's been out a few months. And yes, the elephant in the room, this is a Chinese bike. But what we're going to do today is we're going to take it out and ride it. And we're going to let you know a little bit about the specs. And this may be something that's not on everybody's radar. And I think so far, from initial impressions, seems to be pretty good. So let's take it out and ride it and talk about it. Okay, so today we're out on the Cross Country 300 from RPS, a Chinese bike that we purchased from some friends of ours up at Kiss My Gas, a motorsports place in Robertsdale, Alabama, and go check them out. They're pretty cool people, and they have a ton of different stuff, whether you're looking for motorcycles or ATVs, UTVs. So we purchased this with the hopes that we can lower it some, so the wifey will have something to ride on. And so far, yes, it's a Chinese bike. So far, really impressed. I feel like this bike probably has more out of the factory power than the Honda did. It has some quirks, and we're going to get into all that, and we're going to talk a little bit about every bit of it and let you guys see some more about it. And but for the price point on this bike, man, it's tough to not at least take a good long hard look at it. So this bike is going to sell for anywhere between $2,500 and $3,000. If it gets up to about $3,000, that's probably because you had somebody ship it into their business and build it and put it together and everything for you. But I think you can get it around $2,500 if you just want to do it yourself. And I'm just like you. I've never owned one of these, don't know anything about them, but I figured for that money, if we could get it and get it lowered so my wife would have something to ride, maybe it would be, you know, pretty good for what we want to do. And to be honest with you, it's pretty strong. It's a pretty strong bike. So I can't really get in the throttle yet, but we're going to talk a little bit about everything today. And yeah, so if you've never heard of it, this might be something you might want to go look at, man. It's this bike, and I'm not comparing it, so don't think I am, but this bike cost a third of what the DRZ 4S cost. That's saying a lot. Now, as any bike from China, and I hate to stereotype them, but you kind of have to, usually the speedometers are not 100% correct. So think so far we've figured out that it's probably about 5 mile an hour off, maybe a touch more, but it kind of seems like it's about 5 miles an hour off. But what you get for what you pay for, this is pretty cool, man. This bike comes stock with a lot of features. It's got a USB plug on it. It has a windscreen. It is electronic fuel injection, and it is a 302.5 cc motor that seems to be really strong. It seems to have a lot at the very lowest end, and then there's a tiny gap before you get to the mid, and then the mid and the high is really strong. So yes, this is a Chinese bike, and I guess the one thing that kind of took me aback that I really didn't like about this is the fact that it has a 17-inch rear and a 19-inch front. But for what we're doing with this bike, it may be the very best of both worlds, because our main goal with this bike is to get it as low as possible so my wife has something to ride. And if you've never seen one of these, or if you've never tried one of these, I mean, I'm just telling you, I'm a big four person. I believe in the Japanese companies 100%. I just really rolled the dice on this to see kind of what would come out. And my friends up at Kiss My Gas in Robertsdale, man, they're so cool. They helped us so much. And then once it came in, they helped us put it together. And they're going to be the ones that help us try to figure out how to get this low enough for my wife to ride it. So if you're out there, this might not be a bad deal. Might want to check it out. The bike seems to run good on the road, and considering it has probably more of a street focused tire, that's really good on the dirt too. Now, if we can get this low enough for my wife, we're definitely going to be replacing these tires and get her something a little more off-road, because she's not going to be really concerned about, you know, the ride on the street. But I believe this comes with a 1445 sprocket set on it. And with as much power as it's got, I believe I'm going to change that, and I believe I'm going to go up a tooth maybe on the front, and maybe even come off one or two on the rear, simply because this bike has a lot of power, but I think that will make the engine work less hard when we get up to actual road speed. So that may be something we look at. Now, currently, I'm 6'1", 200 pounds, and this does have that dip in the seat. And the seat height on this is 34 inches without doing anything to it. And I guess maybe it feels a tiny bit cramped for my size, but if you're anywhere from 5 to 5'10", I mean, this thing may fit you just like a glove. But we're going to take it up to Kiss My Gas in Robertsdale, and we're going to let them look at it, since it's going to be about at its 100-mile check. And we're going to start to work on this bike and see if we can get it lowered, and see if it'll be something my wife will enjoy. Okay guys, we got to spend most of the day out on the RPS 300 Cross Country. And I got a lot of stuff to say. Here in just a second, I'm going to give you all the specs on this bike. I, for one, have never bought one of these type of motorcycles. And to be honest with you, I was probably waiting for something catastrophic to happen all day, and it really didn't. The bike performed well, and I'm impressed. Not trying to sell you nothing. I'm just impressed. there's just a lot of stuff we're going to do to it. I think what we're going to do is we're going to lower the bike a little bit as far as it'll let us, and we're going to shave that seat to where it's just a straight seat and doesn't have that hump. And the wife got to ride it today, and it's still too tall for her, but she likes it. So maybe we have another bike for the corral for the channel, and we will get to put more miles on this. We got this yesterday. A little bit of riding yesterday, the riding you saw in this video today. We've got about 150 miles on it. We have changed the oil already. We went ahead and changed it at 100 miles just to be safe. It's a pretty good bike, man, for the money. Now, you can order these numerous places for about $2,500, $2,600, but you got to put them together. They come in a crate. They're about 80% built. Most anybody could finish building them, but because I had no experience with any type of Chinese bike, I went ahead and got our friends up at Kiss My Gas. They ordered it for me. They put it together, and they've been staying with me on it, and they're going to help us figure out how to get this lowered for the wife. All right, so check out these. Check out some more of the riding from today. Okay, on the engine on this, you've got a 302.5 cc 4-valve, 4-stroke balanced shaft. It is a single cylinder. It says the max horsepower is almost 26.82 horsepower at 8,500 RPMs. It says it has 18.44 foot-pounds of torque at 6,500 RPMs. It is a water-cooled 6-speed with an electric start. It has Bosch electronic fuel injection. It says the max speed on it in this configuration is about 84 miles an hour. It says its max load capacity is about 330 pounds. Its net weight with everything, it says it's 337 pounds. I'm going to tell you this, the Honda's 330 pounds dry, wet, and this bike feels way lighter than the Honda, so that's what they say. The overall length of the bike is 79 inches, the overall width is 35 inches, and the overall height is 54 inches. The seat height on this bike comes from the factory at 34 inches, and the wheelbase is 52.91 or 96 inches, so that's about 53 inches on the wheelbase, which makes it a little shorter than some, but it comes with 11.22 inches of ground clearance and a 3.57 gallon tank, and it says the average fuel consumption is about 59 miles per gallon. This bike comes in green and black, as you saw with us, and it also comes in gray and black. If you hang around the channel, you're going to get to see a lot more on this bike. It'll be a little bit before we start lowering it. Now that the wifey's ridden it and she likes it, we will be lowering it for her. But before we do that, we're going to still put it through some more of its paces and get you guys some more footage. I've tried to be easy on the throttle today. Maybe in the next couple of days, we'll get a little bit better riding, and I won't have to be quite as easy with the throttle as it gets closer to being broke in, but I'm probably as surprised as you guys are, to be honest. You know, from my point of view, so far, I mean, it seems to be on par, and I said it in the earlier video, but I think that bike's got more power stock than the Honda did stock. That's sad, but I mean, the way it delivers its power, I think it's got a little bit more power, but of course the Honda, our Honda's built up now. We've done stuff to it, but man, go check these out. I think you can get these just about anywhere that sells them for about $3,000 built and ready to go. So maybe if you're looking for a second bike or something, maybe check these out. Listen, guys, we really appreciate you for hanging around the channel, man. We got lots more to come for you on this channel, and we've got some more giveaways coming up. There's still some giveaways out there on the channel on a few of the videos that came before this, so make sure you go out there and get on those. And does this actually belong with the other 3 bikes? It's a good question. We're going to figure that out. Thanks so much, man, for watching Dual Sport YT. We'll see you guys on the next video.